Aha, we are live. Okay, hello everybody. If you are here, say hello in the chat, and also where you are teaching from or learning from. So today, and please tell me that if you can see everything, because I've got on one screen everything looks back to front. I don't know why, and on the other screen it looks absolutely fine. So hi, my name is Alison from DigiTeach Online, and I help tutors, teachers, educators, professionals take their businesses online or make more money for teaching for themselves than they do often for ESL platforms, because we all know ESL platforms advertise amazing rates of pay. At the end of the day, they don't pay that much, and their policies are pants, and you hardly ever get any bookings. Let's just say it as it is. Hey, hello everybody. Tell me where you're watching from. So today I have, let me just jump my res down to. Today I've actually brought you here some screenshots from my own teaching business. As you can see here, I'm just going to try and blow this up as much as I can on the screen. So these are screenshots from my Facebook business page, also with my insights. So like 250,000 people reach, over nearly 30,000 post engagement for the 31st of December to the 27th of January, and over 257 page likes. I think this page nearly has 15,000 followers now, and quite a lot of those followers are actually my online ESL students who I teach through private lessons, group lessons, and also my own curriculum. This business is not that old. It's just over 1 year old. I also teach French, and obviously I have a marketing, digital and social media marketing agency. So I kind of have three main businesses, and I do a couple of other things interlinked with those. So I get a lot of questions from tutors and teachers. How do I find my own clients? How do I find private online ESL clients? How do I find private adults to teach online? Some people want to teach children, but most of the time it's adults online. And I'm just going to put this on here. First of all, as you can see, look, I am no supermodel. I look marginally okay in that one there that got 94,800 likes. Sorry, it reached 94,800. I think it's more than that now. And it had over 10,000 people that engaged on it. And that was kind of the only real decent one, I think. The rest I look pretty ropey. That one was on a Christmas day. This one up here. So the reason I'm sort of sharing this with you is you don't have to be a supermodel, you don't have to be an influencer, you don't have to be all of these crazy things. You're already a teacher. That's already amazing. And if nothing, the pandemic must have shown you that actually to be a competent online ESL teacher, it is most definitely a skill set. I have 2 teenage children. They have been doing online lessons with their local college for months, and I am disgusted at what the UK school teachers call an online lesson. It's not like anything that we do in the ESL world. Half of the time they don't even know what they're doing. It's normally just a black screen and the teacher talking, or a really boring PowerPoint that normally stays on the same page for about 15 minutes. The kids don't even have their cameras on. So most of the time, teachers don't even know if they're in the lesson. It's far from interactive. I could go on. So if you are an online ESL teacher, you should already know that you already have an amazing skill set, because to be able to teach English competently is already great. To do it well online is even better. I do lives to 10 and 15,000 people when I'm teaching online. I also do massive live seminars for universities in countries all over the world, teaching English online. So that's a skill, because you have to manage the tech, the screens, the software, as well as the lessons, the questions, the interaction. You've got to keep the engagement up. But today I want to talk to you about the marketing side of it. Because lots of people are always asking me this. So everybody, you should know by now that I do have a couple of courses. I have the Teachpreneurs Challenge, and I also have the Teachpreneurs Evolution Program, which is all about branding yourself, branding your products, getting yourself monetized on a platform, be it Facebook or YouTube, as well as getting paid for your services, creating a curriculum. Now, I go more for the volume. So I have over 10,000 students in my online curriculum, and they pay a small amount every month. I'm not into charging people £200 and £300 an hour for a lesson. I just have a different take on it. I earn money from my monetization, from my platforms. So I feel that I should be giving back and charging as little as I can for the lessons. When you have a membership system like I have with my English students, because I have a large volume now, I'm earning a good amount of money every month, way more than an ESL platform, and way more than if I was always trying to hitch myself out to get a really high paying lawyer or a client like that. So how do I get this amount of engagement on my posts? So there are basically three main E's that I kind of follow. One is I educate, obviously, that whatever I do, I'm educating. I feel like I'm educating now because I'm sharing with you how I do something. Hopefully this is something that you can then use to educate yourself. So I educate. I entertain, so I'm very much me, especially when I'm doing my lives. I'm very much me. I respond to comments, all my comments. Yesterday, I got a comment in the middle of a live: should Trump be on social media? Would I prefer to go out to dinner with Donald Trump, or this random viewer who was viewing my YouTube, viewing my live? And obviously I interact. So I educate, I engage, and I entertain, and entertain like in the professional, obviously, sense of the word. But just being a real person, I find a lot of people find quite entertaining. So this particular post here that got so many likes kind of almost, I guess, went viral in a sense on Facebook. So it's had a lot more likes now, but and a lot more followers. But I literally just took my phone and did a live. It wasn't even planned. I just felt, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to talk to my, I call them my tribe, because they're really we're all part of a community, a language learning community. I'm just going to take my phone and I'm just going to do a live, and it just went bonkers. It just went absolutely bonkers. And the more I was talking and doing my live, the more questions they were asking me, and it goes on from there and there and there. Now, a lot of what I find with a lot of tutors or freelance tutors, especially ESL tutors, is they say, oh, I want to go freelance, but I don't want to do the marketing. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I don't want to do free lessons. I don't want to do free lives. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. If that's your attitude, I don't know how you ever expect to get your business off the ground as a freelancer, because one thing for sure with adult students is they want to hear your accent. I get a lot of bookings because people like my accent. They listen to my lives and they like my accent. They find it clear. This is what they tell me. They find my accent really clear. They like my way of teaching, and I describe things very well. I'm also very much a visual person, so I use lots of resources and different softwares to kind of bring a little bit of extra pizzazz in a sense in the adult way to my clients, and I think they like that. If I'm out doing something outside, obviously not now because I'm in the UK and we're in lockdown, and I think, oh, that would be a really good thing, I will literally just get my phone out and just start doing a live. My kids have seen me do this in the middle of shopping. When we were in partial lockdown in the UK, we had to like wait outside in one shop. It was a general store, for example, where I live. So only one person going at a time. I thought this is a perfect opportunity to do a recording in the shop without loads of people. And I said to them, can I do a live in the shop? I'm an English teacher. This is my website. As I'm doing my shopping, I'm not going to take any longer, and I'll tag you in the post. And they were loving it. And they were like, yeah, great. So it's about bringing your kind of experiences and your wisdom into your lessons from all areas of your life. And adult learners like this particularly because they're fed up with textbooks, they're fed up with classrooms, they're fed up with whiteboards. They want something a little bit more real and a little bit more relatable. So I find that really works, as you know, as well. I mean, yeah, I still do whiteboard teaching and all that sort of thing, but I just really mix it up. I am an educator at heart, so I'm always thinking, how can I who could this serve? Who would benefit from this? What can I do? So, you know, and this really works. Now, the thing with the lives is that you might not necessarily think, oh, I'm just talking about the texture of the wall, or I'm just talking about should it be 2, 2, or 2. You might not think that that's a fundamental piece of language education. But what that does is it's promoting you, it's promoting that you're able to break things down. People are able to hear your accent. People are able to really relate to you because you're being real. The thing with live videos, especially with Facebook, is that the minute you press live, like I'm doing live streaming now, it's live. It's not edited. It's not bits chopped in, chopped out, added. And I think people like that because it's, again, super relatable. So this is like the relationship building, and it's really important with social media. On the other side of the coin, where Facebook is concerned, now I market on lots of different platforms, but obviously because I monetize with Facebook, I kind of know it really well. I've been using Facebook for over 10 years as a professional, doing ads and all sorts of things, because I also have like a modern foreign language school for children. So I know it really well. But the thing is, once you start doing lives on Facebook, it's almost like you've kind of got like twinkly glitter dust on your fingers, if you like, in the logarithm world. What this does, you do a live and Facebook bots kind of go, ooh, live. And the minute there is a live on your phone, it kind of just starts flagging up on lots of people's accounts. And people that might be interested in learning English, if that's what you're teaching, or learning French or learning maths, they will be looking at pages, group, and content on Facebook that is tagged as that within the Facebook algorithm. So what Facebook does is once they see a few people engaging and being interested in your lives and your content, then they instantly start sharing your content out to more people who you haven't necessarily got on your list or who aren't necessarily following you, but they will be sending your information out to them and saying, oh, you might be interested in this, or would you be interested in that group? You must see this yourself when you're using Facebook. And also it works a little bit like that on LinkedIn. And that really is all I've ever done. I've just done an awful lot of lives, and I do some pre-recorded things as well. I blog an awful lot too, so there's a huge amount of SEO, and obviously I have a YouTube channel which is uniquely for my ESL students, and that helps too. So all of those things really help to drive up the engagement rate, drive up the education rate, and drive up the entertainment factor. The other thing as well is when you're using SEO, it works really, really well with Google. I mean, Google and YouTube are the biggest search engines on the planet. Why you would not want to have a YouTube channel if you want to be a freelance English teacher, I just do not know. Because, I mean, you could blog 100 times about something. You could do a YouTube and find yourself on page 1 or page 2 of Google. DigiTeach is on page 1 and 2 on Google for lots of different search terms. The ESL market is a lot bigger, but you can still take that content that you've done and use it in lots of different ways. For an example, when I do lives on my Facebook page, you can download that video, you can take bits out of it, and you can either upload the entire video to YouTube, or you can repurpose it. You can use apps like Giphy and lots of other apps. I am an Adobe Photo Suite user, but you could also use Canva if you're not like too graphic design minded. There's lots of different things that you can actually do to repurpose your content, and then you could potentially get quite a lot of content out of one live. I'm going to draw this out for you actually and show you a way in which you could do this. Let's just say I do a live video here, okay? Let's say I do a live video here on my YouTube page. I would send that live to somewhere like Revy.com, and I would ask them to put that all into a transcript. The only reason for that is because otherwise, I mean, I write a lot, so this just cuts down some of my work. They will transcribe that for me. Now, I could make that transcription up potentially into 3 different blogs. So that's instantly 3 bits of extra additional content. So from one video, I'm going to put here V for video. I would then use maybe certain pieces of those 3 blog posts, and I would make that up into 3 content cards, maybe 6 different content cards, which would ideally be the headings from like my blog post, and I would probably use Canva to do that, and then I would use those on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, on my TikTok page. You can repurpose and resize using Canva. I would also use them on Pinterest. So let's just say I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. And I use that for Pinterest, that's 1. I use it for TikTok, that's 2. I use it for Instagram, that's 3. Plus Facebook, that's 4. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24. So that's 24 more pieces of content. So I've got 24 plus 3 here, plus 1. And then I would take this main video, and then when you do a live video on Facebook, I do, because I've got a certain amount of followers. I'm not sure if everyone can do this. I'm not sure anymore because I've got a lot of followers on my account. So when I do a live, I have a special studio. I have Creator Studio, which is in Facebook, and then Facebook also give me an additional video editing app within my back panel of Facebook, and they say, would you like to make additional clips from that video? So from that video, I might make anything from 4 to 8 more video clips, which I will then reshare to my Facebook page. And then I will also use those as long as they're 3.5 minutes more or more. I will then upload those to my YouTube channel. So that's another 8, and then let's just say I make 8. Let's just say I've got 8, and then I add another 4 little mini videos plus 3, and then 24. And I would also use these content cards. I would also add images to them, and I would use them for additional blog graphics. So then I would add another 6. So you can see from doing one live video, how much more content you can make. Let's see. Maths is not my strong point, unless it's adding up how much I've got in my bank. I'm going to get my phone out. So we've got 8 plus 4. Okay, 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 24 plus 6 plus the main video plus 1, 46. So from one live video that would take me maybe 10, 15 minutes, it depends how long you want to talk about what you're explaining, I've potentially got 46 pieces of content. 46. Now, why would you not want to do that? And if I was to outsource all of that to everybody, to somebody, that would cost me an arm and a leg. And all of that you can do all of that actually with Canva, pretty much. Canva and your phone. You can do all of that with Canva and your phone. So there is no reason why you cannot successfully market yourself as an online ESL teacher. The other point you have to have is consistency. Now, I'm just going to clear that. Because I have, once you have a certain amount of followers, and once you have on here, like I have here, a certain reach, then you don't have to be doing as much, if you like, for it to carry on working for you, for the algorithm to carry on pushing stuff out for you. However, I do, because my followers kind of expect me to be every day. I think they if I'm not, like, I've been recently ill with COVID. My son's recently been ill with COVID. So I haven't been able to do as many lives as I normally do, mainly because I had a really, really sore throat. However, I did make some video content and animate it with Canva and a couple of other apps just to make it really fun. I repurposed some of my blogs. I looked at some of my content and I repurposed some of my content and I use that. So I'm still posting to my page. However, to get to this stage, you do need to carry on posting. I think when I first started, I was posting about 4 times a day. So I was definitely doing 1 to 2 lives a day. And I was doing additionals, videos, all sorts of stuff as well. And like I said, it kind of gets to a point now where I kind of only need to do 1 live every couple of days, maybe every 3 days to reach this amount. And even this amount is actually quite low for me. We're moving the wrong thing here, sorry. Let's get the right bit here. There we go. Even this figure here is quite low for me because we've been ill. And because we had been ill, there was a bit of a dip in my reach. So when I started doing my lives again, it kind of picked up, which is why it's showing this increase of 1,490. But overall, and that's only for a month, but if you looked at my reach for the last quarter, that is kind of lower than what I would normally do. And also, obviously, once you're monetized as this business is, this particular business with Facebook, you do have to be hitting like certain figures as well. So I think it's something like 30,000 1-minute views in 60 days or something like that. Can't remember, was it 60,000? I can't remember now. And that's really, in a sense, it's great. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but like I said, once you get to this point, it's a lot easier, and then you get paid. Facebook pay you for every video. People can pledge money to you, they're watching your lives, and it just kind of goes on and on. And Facebook are always rolling out additional monetization processes and things like that. And it's quite new. I know everyone always thinks YouTube, YouTube is the one, and yeah, you can get monetized by YouTube as well. And the reason why this is important is because it's extra income coming in. But Facebook, I think, it's quite interesting, the different things that Facebook are doing. I think I might add, I've already started adding monetization into the Teacherpreneur Evolution program training. How you get monetized, what you need to do, the things you need to look out for. because unbeknown to me, but I had used the word COVID in one of my lives. Because I was actually doing an English lesson on the pandemic, and just lots of medical terminology. And because I had used the word COVID, I actually got a policy violation because I had used a trigger word which was against the terms and conditions of Facebook, which was COVID. Because I'm monetized, I can't be seen to be using political or social situations to profit from. Because I'm monetized, that's financially profiting. So I have to be careful about the sorts of vocabulary I use. And I did actually do a live over on my other YouTube channel, which is just Alison McRobbie, on trigger words in Facebook and words you shouldn't be using if you don't want to get Facebook to put you in Facebook jail or ban your Facebook ads. So there you go. Anyway, I hope that is useful information for you. If you have any questions, then come along to digiteachonline.com. You can also go along to alisonrobbie.com, which is kind of like my main website. If you're interested in knowing more about social media and digital marketing techniques, if you want something specifically related to teaching online and things like that, then go along to digiteachonline.com. There's a menu bar at the top, there's a blog, there's a lot of information in the blog, there is courses as well, there's all sorts of things that you can use to learn to make yourself a more successful freelancing tutor. Okay, so I hope that's been really useful to you all, and have a wonderful Saturday. Take care and goodbye.